Hi, my name's Nick Dorr. My company is Hygiene Limited. This week, I've been working mainly as an independent contractor for another organisation, delivering live streaming courses and also out and about completing food safety and health and safety audits. For possibly the first time in over 20 years of auditing, I've had to get my wellies out the car to inspect all the outside storage areas, although I guess that's what happens when you audit a canal side pub at this time of year. In another audit, pest technicians back in the summer had carried out treatment for phorid flies. I'd never heard of phorid flies, so I looked into it a little bit. And of course, they mean thorid flies, which I'd also never heard of. So I did a little bit of research and I put together a very short micro course on phorid flies. This is an example of sort of the course that I can offer for customers, and it's useful for revision purposes. So an example of a micro e-learning course. When I structure food safety courses through my own company, through Hygiene Limited, I structure most of them around the same structure. Prerequisites followed by the 7 principles of HACCP, managing safety, EHO, and law. And this shows how thorid flies fits into that structure. So prerequisites are the standards that have to be in place before we implement HACCP. An example of a prerequisite is pest control. An example of a pest is insects. An example of an insect is thorid flies. I believe this way of structuring the courses helps delegates retain information and pass exams, and also helps them relate it to their own workplace to try and make it as relevant as possible. So Thoridae is a family of small humpback flies, very similar to fruit flies. In fact, I'm thinking some audits in the past when I've noted fruit flies in, say, cellars or toilets, it was possibly Thorids. They're also known as scuttle flies because of their habit of escaping by scuttling along the surface rather than taking flight. With hygiene courses, I offer a variety of resources, whether that being classroom instruction, whether that's be via Zoom, e-learning, as I mentioned, workbooks, videos I've created, and also interactive quizzes. Here's an example of an interactive quiz. This is the sort of quiz that I would show or use during a classroom course or via Zoom. On the left, we can see this is the screen that delegates would see that I would show. And on the right is what delegates would see on their phone. So let's hopefully I've got this set up right. Let's make a start. I've only put one question on it to do with Thorids. So the question is, the thorid, right, Euryplatia nonalia. I'm not sure if I've pronounced that right. Is it the world's most common fly, the world's smallest fly, the world's fastest running fly, or a common source of E. coli 0157? And delegates, we can set the time to whatever. Let's go for the world's smallest fly. Hopefully, yes, I'm correct. And then I would move on the screen either to another question for delegates to complete or show the leaderboard. Let me just go back to my presentation. Okay, so just a little bit more information on Thorids. This is information on that world's smallest fly. That's not a picture of it. That's another part of the family of Thorids. It's native to Thailand. It's 5 times smaller than a fruit fly, and it decapitates tiny ants and lays eggs in the ant's head, which is nice. If you'd like any more information on the courses I run through my company hygiene.org, please go to from my company Hygiene, please go to my website hygiene.org. And thanks very much for watching and all the best.